Hello and welcome back to Shaken Vapes, the channel that aims to bring you the views and experiences of products on the market today, brought to you by an average vapor. Now, as promised, I've got an Eliquid review for you guys. It's a company you may not have heard of before, they're quite a small company, but I did pick some flavours up. I wanted to give them a try. I'll just go through my experiences with them. They're called the Shaken Vape. Now, a UK based company, everything is handmade right from their clean room. They've been going about since 2016. They're one of them success stories, you know, personal use, selling to friends, and then they decided to make a business out of it. And now it's the time that they're gonna try and obviously get them out there into vape shops. So I've got 10 flavours. I'll go through them randomly. They have a range called the Gods range. They have a standard range. I'm just going to pick them up from next to me and talk about my experiences with them, so give you a good idea of how I found them. First one I picked up is the lemon tart flavour. Now this one is a strange one to start on, but it's a really nice flavour. What it essentially is, a bit like a lemony, cakey flavour. And I found vaping it over several tanks that what the lemon's quite subdued. You certainly get the lemon come through, but I think a lot of the cakey, tarty undertone is there. I mean, the inhale, you're getting the lemon. The exhale, that's when the cake element comes into it. I think they get it really, really nice, because the lemon not being dominant within the flavour makes it a nice dessert, but you still get that lemon aftertaste, you know, the little tanginess on your tongue. So that's a really good start for me. Really enjoyed that liquid, and if you like dessert flavours, well worth picking that up. Next one for me, I'll start with the Gods range. It's Aphrodite, Blackcurrant and Lemonade Chill. And this was really, really nice. It's blended together. I'd say it's blackcurrant. The blackcurrant and the lemonade aren't dominant. They actually mix together really well. So what you get is a nice little blackcurrant. I'd say it's not a natural blackcurrant. It's more of an artificial, which is good because it means that it's mellow. The lemonade's really nice. It's really smooth. You know, I found this liquid to be really Moorish. I mean, you can see this is one of them liquids that I have vaped quite a bit of, and yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. It really went well in things like the Screen Tank and the Crown 4. So yeah, really recommend that. Next up for me is the Blue Slush. Now this is, you can see it's quite full, so I haven't vaped this as much. But for a Blue Slush, it's really nice. It gets it nice. It's not too cold on the tongue. It's very good on the coils. I mean, I did find one recently. I mean, obviously I won't say the company, but I did buy a Blue Slush from them, and it didn't sit well on the coils. It did actually dry them out a bit. So this doesn't. This is really nice. Plenty of flavour. I say, I haven't overdone the cool harder at the end of it. And yeah, it's a really nice, what you would expect the Blue Slush to be, with the raspberry and the blue element. I've never been quite sure what that is, but you know, it's spot on. I do recommend that as a flavour. Next up, go back to the Gods range, and it's the Eros Black Grape. Now, as you know, I've said on juice reviews before, one of the biggest tells of how good a company is how they deliver grape. Now, going back to, I've forgotten off the top of my head, Vape Duty Free, the grape reception, and that did harshen on the coils, where the Brews Bros did mellow the flavour out. This kind of does both. It's a really strong grape flavour, and I found it sits on the coils quite well. It didn't dry to hit the coils at all. I didn't really have any performance issues. There was no real harshness. There was a slight harshness, what you'd expect from Grape, but overall, it it allowed me to vape a few tanks in a row, and the coil was still fine. Which that's always going to be a selling point for me when it comes to Grape. And I say the flavours, the flavours really strong. It's really nice, and yeah, if you're looking for a grape, the grape drink type flavour, this is spot on. This really is spot on. Next up, we've got the Nerds Lemonade Cherry. Now this is the one that I was vaping in the Crown review. Now, as you know, I've said it before, I'm not a fan of cherry. But this is really nice. I think the cherry on it is quite, like, sort of drawn back a little bit. And the lemonade's allowed to take over. So, I'm not too sure why it's called Nerds. It's probably the sweetness of it. There is a little bit of a sweetness on your tongue as you're vaping on it. But it doesn't feel candy-esque to me. It's very much, sorry, very much a cherry that comes through, but as I say, it's subdued. The lemonade is quite dominant, especially on the exhale, and it blends really nicely. Not being a fan of cherry, this, as I can keep vaping on. I really enjoyed it. So it's a really interesting take. Very simple mix, but to get it really right. Now next up, Poseidon from the Gods range, which is Fruity Mint Menthol. Reason why I looked for the name of that was because when I opened this up, it only smelled like one thing, Heisenberg. Now if you've ever had Heisenberg before, then you know what the flavour profile is. It's a very unique tasting liquid, a lot of fruit, a lot of menthol, and there's one thing that always has that I hate is aniseed. This doesn't, or at least if this does have aniseed, it's nowhere near the level that I can really taste it. It makes it unpleasant. Again, as you can see, I've vaped like half the bottle. These are 120ml bottles, sorry, 100ml bottles, and I've vaped 50 mils of that, and I'm not a fan of Heisenberg. So it's very strong on in the tank, very strong flavour. But if you're looking for something, if you like Heisenberg but don't like aniseed, again, this is spot on for you. It really is. You're getting everything, all the nice stuff about Heisenberg without the nasty aftertaste. So that's the best way I can describe it. On the coils, again, it sits really well. It does stay on your coils, or at least I found with the Sense tank. It did sit on the coil a little bit afterwards. You had to vape a couple of bits to get rid of that taste, but you can say that about any Heisenberg flavour, to be honest. Next up, Nerds Watermelon Cherry. Now, Vape Duty Free had a really nice watermelon cherry flavour, to the point where it didn't taste like either. This one, I'm not really getting watermelon come through. It's very mild, and the cherry is a lot stronger compared to, if I just find it to hand. Sorry, I can't find the bottle. There we go. So compare it to the cherry lemonade. The watermelon cherry, the cherry is a lot stronger in this one, unfortunately. So this is one flavour I wasn't a big fan of, but if you like cherry, then it's a really nice flavour. It's not too strong, it's not too dominating. It is a flavour, as I say, I didn't particularly like it because of the cherry, but if you do like cherry, you're going to really enjoy this, and your experience might be that you'll get more watermelon coming through on the vape than I did. I just found it to be quite a predominant cherry flavour. Right, next up, I'll save that one till last. Next one is the Hades Blackcurrant Chill. Now this one, again, it's a very, very nice liquid. It's very, very cold, I will say that. There's a lot of cool order in it, and it is just blackcurrant by itself. So it's a very simple flavour, but it's done really well. Again, it's very Moorish for the fact that it's... See, I can taste mint in it as well, which again just adds to that flavour. Just a nice mellow blackcurrant. Again, it's similar to the blackcurrant lemonade of Aphrodite. You know, it's a nice, I say, standard flavour, but the mint just adds that little bit of extra to it that makes it really nice and makes it really Moorish, as they say. So another flavour that is blended really well, and I highly recommend to pick up. Now finally, we've got Zeus, the mango, or Midnight Mango, and this for me was the best one out of the whole lot. I've never had a mango before. Now, as I said in the review, in the Sense Screen review, I started using a liquid at the same time as using the dual mesh. It was this one, one of the nicest vapes I've ever had. It tastes like mango. That's the best way I can describe it. There's a bit of coldness to it, but very, very fruity mango flavour. I'd say spot on for me. Absolutely fantastic flavour. You know, sits really well on the coils. As you can see, most of the bottle is gone. You know, that's how much I've enjoyed it. So, really, really recommend picking that up. And that's all the flavours I've got. I did get some samples as well, little 10ml samples. So I may do a quick video in the future once I get around to doing them. But overall, what do I think of the Shaken Vape? They're absolutely fantastic company. The flavours are really, really nice. I said a lot of them are simplised flavours. I will say that. They're not like... they're not really complex flavours. A lot of them are simple, just blackcurrant and lemonade, cherry and watermelon, mango. I'm sorry, roll that back. I've missed one off. Sorry guys. Did put it to one side. It's Green Monster. Green Monster, and that's essentially what it is. It's a Monster energy drink flavour, and it is really, really nice. It tastes just like the drink. Really, really nice flavours. Say, nice and strong. I found it doesn't have that sweetness aftertaste that the drink does, which is always going to be a positive for me. It just you get all the nice sweet flavour without the horrible sugary aftertaste. So again, I have vape, you probably see from that, but I have vaped several tanks of that as well, and no issues on the coil. Really, really enjoyable. So yeah, back to the overall. Sorry about that. You can tell these are shot all in one go. But overall, they're really nice flavours. If you're looking for a liquid company that's really simple, really good value for money, but you're getting high quality vapes, this is it. This really is. I mean, they have an offer on the website, which I'll link in the comments below, but I think they do 3 for 2. It's about £20. You can get 300 mils of this liquid. Highly recommend it. I really, really do. There are fantastic flavours. They get them all spot on. I mean, the range for these, I think there's about 30 odd different flavours. So they've got plenty of options for you on there. You know, and they're bringing out, I mean, there's custards. There's more of the Gods range. You know, there's a custard in the Gods range. There is an aniseed flavour in there as well. Obviously, I didn't pick that up because I don't like it, but yeah, it's really, really good range of liquids. Really nice tasting. You know, they're really smooth as well. You can tell the high quality. I mean, the ingredients, as well as being mixed, handmade, they're all sourced from the UK. You know, they're not bulk bought. cheap ingredients, and you can really tell when you're vaping on them that it is high quality and time and care has gone into them. So yeah, I highly recommend trying these guys out, because I think in 2019 these are going to be big. These are going to be one of them companies that really are up there by the end of it. So get on them now and become customers while they're lesser known, because it's only you guys and me that is going to help them grow and get to the point where they get the recognition they deserve. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Sorry about the sun. I just wanted to get these reviews up, and as I say, I may do a quick video in the future to sample ones, because there's some nice flavour options that they sent me to try out, but I just never had a chance to get around to trying them before doing this video. So as always, thank you for watching, really appreciate it. Drop a subscribe, drop a comment, you know, drop the video a like, all normal stuff, but stay safe. And keep vaping.